am in a really relaxed mood. I woke up today and I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to tell. My right eyelid looked like, you know when people get lash lifts and tints, the thing that they put on your eyelid to then press your lashes against, it's kind of down now, but it's still there. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's me, Kristine. Welcome back to my channel. I just really want to sit down, chat with y'all, and I want to introduce a little thing that I really want to start on this channel called Mindsets 4, where there's like a topic and I share some mindsets for that specific topic right off the dome. Like, I didn't prepare, I just wrote down a bunch of topics on my phone and I'm gonna give y'all some mindsets for a situation or a feeling. Kind of like an advice video that's hitting me now, but let's get into it. Waking up early. A lot of people where I live are kind of getting into this, I don't want to say the swing of things, but to some parts of their life, which means that they need to wake up earlier. Or some people, I feel like right now, have totally gotten over the I'm lazy, I'm gonna wake up at 12 p.m. mentality. I had my moments in that, my months in that, but now I've been finding myself waking up earlier. And so I guess a good thing to have is something to look forward to, whether that's to go on a morning walk, like you're gonna wake up at 8 a.m. and the first thing that you're gonna do is your morning walk, or you're gonna wake up at 8 a.m. because you want to try a new breakfast recipe every single day. Have something to do so waking up feels purposeful. It's so much harder to just be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow, but you don't necessarily have a next step after you wake up. That time of the month, period time. Funny enough, your girl's at day one. I think a really good one is that, like, your body is just doing its thing. It has to do this, and when it does this, it's a pretty healthy sign that you're doing okay. Yes, it sucks, and sometimes mine are freaking aggressive. I think that's the one thing that keeps me from, you know, lashing out at people and being moody, is the fact that my body's just doing what it has to do. And give yourself grace, be kind to yourself during these times. I remember sometimes I'd get mad at myself for going on my period, which doesn't make sense at all because this is a good thing. Heartbreak, to be honest, haven't experienced heartbreak. When something so emotionally exhausting and relentless happens, whether that's heartbreak or any other like really upsetting emotion, I feel like I tend to do these 4 steps. I don't really think of them as steps, they just kind of like flow in my brain and they make sense logically. I gotta clear my brain. Like, just clear it, whether you gotta close your eyes, you have to lay down, you have to sit down, whatever it is. Allow silence for just a second. And then after, lay down the facts. What happened? For example, for heartbreak, dumbass cheated on me with Stacy, and then I found out 3 days later, and then a day after that, I learned that he's been cheating on me this entire time. Yesterday, we broke up. Facts, just the facts, the bare bones of the situation. Then layer on, how do you feel? Your immediate emotions, I feel like trash, I feel like I'm not good enough, I feel used, I am just struggling, whatever the immediate emotions, feelings are. Layer that on top of it. After that, think about, okay, what did I learn? Or what can I extract from the situation? And obviously for this, it could be anything. Once you think of that, the next layer being, okay, now I'm here, I'm sitting here, standing here, I'm whatever. How am I going to move forward from this? Like, practically, what's the next thing that I'm going to do to move forward? And literally, it helps me every single time because I think it's a good mixture of logic and being level-headed with also accepting and feeling your emotions and not ignoring them, because that's just not going to help. Heartbreak specifically, I would say always remember that you are good enough. Heartbreak, I feel like, is such a negative thing in society, but really just take it as a lesson. Like, that's just another thing that has happened in your life, and if you don't remove a lesson from it, then I'm pretty, like, in my opinion, the relationship was just a waste. If you didn't learn anything, then it is a waste. Some people say surround yourself, some people say be alone. I personally if I were to go through a heartbreak, I think I would be one of those people that would prefer to be left alone. But once again, do you. This is a beautiful, beautiful time to become more self-aware, especially during such deep sadness. Honestly, someone who is self-aware is, to me, one of the biggest flexes, one of the most attractive things ever. Like, they know how they react when bad news comes their way. They know their limits. They know they have their morals. They know what to do in this situation, it's awesome. And we all grow more self-aware through these experiences as life goes on. But I think asking yourself in a place of heartbreak, what happened? Like, what did you do? What did they do? And figuring out if there are issues within you. That is such an underrated thing, but even for me, I know my downfalls when it comes to a relationship. I know where I don't want to say I know, but I can expect these areas to be where a significant other would be really frustrated with me, not understand me. It'd be difficult to grow from. Learning more about yourself and really specifying exactly your highlights, your lowlights. The idea of losing someone sounds horrible. I know for a fact that I would be crying so much. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself the time to do that too. Summer 2020. Depending on where you live, summer 2020 does look pretty different. For me, the beaches are already crowded. It does frustrate me so much, but you're gonna live your life and I'm gonna live mine. I'm not gonna judge you for it. A lot of the time as human beings, we idolize and fantasize about a week from now, a month from now, 25 years from now. And letting go of what you idolize, it's sad, but it allows you space to A, accept the present, and B, get creative of how you can make the present better. Because where I live, lots of stuff is open, I almost fell into the idea that everything was normal and that none of this even happened. The pandemic didn't even happen. Then I had to take a step back and realize that this is still so real. As much as we don't want to accept it, don't shy away from accepting the reality and then moving forward with reality in mind. It's so easy to idolize and fantasize, you on a boat, or you at a beach house, or you with a group of friends, y'all partying it up. Even if you're not doing it right now, you're gonna be oh my goodness, yeah, in next month that's gonna happen, that's gonna be so great. Can we please take a step back and realize maybe going on a boat with 25 people isn't the smartest thing ever? It's delicate because yes, we have this human desire to explore and adventure and to fulfill our dopamine amounts. Sadness. Once again, I recommend doing this 4-step method situation because that always helps me. I feel the only thing I ever say is cry. Cry. I think crying is such a solid and valid solution. I think working through sadness is so individual and very, very silent. I don't really know anyone that screams at the top of their lungs that they're sad, when they are sad. You are more than your feelings. Your purpose or whatever you believe in is more than this sadness. And the sadness that you feel will not break you. We don't know how strong we are as humans. We just don't know. And I want to reassure anyone that is going through any type of sadness that you are so much stronger even though you don't feel strong at all. And it's not even about growing stronger. I feel so many people on this earth need to learn how to love their life. It's a very weird idea, but I want to be able to say that I love my life, but I had to learn how to love my life because a lot of the time the answer isn't clear of how do I love my life. It's not a clear road, it's not a clear answer. But so many people just settle for what is given to them, whatever else is going on, and don't actually access this part of them that analyzes, am I in love with, like, am I in love with the life that I'm living? I don't even want to say happy, because happy is a feeling, and like sadness, happiness. Am I in love with the life that I'm living? And love is a choice, in my opinion. Love is a choice. You choose to love it. It doesn't matter what the frick is going on, whether you're sad, you're happy, you're disappointed in yourself, other people, you are angry. It doesn't matter. You're gonna love if you know how to love your life, you're gonna love your life, and you're gonna choose to love your life no matter what emotion is going through you. So maybe bring it back to what you're thankful for. That sounds so dumb. But what you're thankful for, the fact that you bring value. You bring value, and you may not believe that in the moment, but you bring value. Finding out someone lied to you. Once again, the 4-step method is very reliable in my opinion. I've used it many times. Dealing with liars or just having someone lie to you, know that it shows more about their character than it does about your character. Sure, you may feel foolish or dumb. The fact that they lied to you shows more about them than it does about you. You might be played as a fool or played as a dummy, whatever frick, but you have to understand, you might be a fool, but they're just straight up mean. Like, they hurt someone and you just got hurt. Whenever someone does something bad to me, always remember that you do not know what the heck is going on in their life. So don't be snappy, don't be passive aggressive. Oh my goodness, I do not like it when people are passive aggressive. It really just irks me. If I'm going to show any form of like distaste towards you, I will be straight up. I'm not going to be passive aggressive. It just really ticks me off when people are passive aggressive. You don't know what's going on in their life, and you might tell me, yeah, but they don't know what's going on in my life either. That's fine. Give them the benefit of the doubt, and for the longest time, I did not understand the purpose of giving them the benefit of the doubt. It is so peaceful in your brain when you just allow them to be like, okay, you lied to me, that shows character on you, not me. Sure, I feel like a fool right now, but fools can learn, we can grow. And also, I don't know what's going on in your life. This is what you put onto my life. I'm good. Like, that's fine. Whatever's going on in your life, whether it's literally everything or nothing, that's on you. Like, that's just on you. And that's not necessarily even placing the blame, like, I blame you for this. It's just acknowledging that you aren't as stupid as you think. And if you get mad at the person, don't get mad, y'all. Just don't get mad. Understand, I always think about this whenever I get mad. Are they worth the forehead wrinkles? The eyebrow wrinkles? Do you know what I'm talking about when you're like, are they worth that? Are they worth that? And usually the answer is absolutely freaking not. And I know that sounds really narcissistic and vanity-like, but it helps me. So feeling like a failure, this is very similar, 4-step method. I feel like I'm calling it that at this point. Feeling like a failure, yeah, I feel like a failure so often. If someone was to ask me what are the like top 3 emotions that you have felt, feeling like a failure would definitely be up there. A lot of the time, feeling like a failure looks like us comparing ourselves to others or comparing ourselves to ourselves in the past or comparing ourselves to the idea of what we thought we would be now. It's so difficult to not compare. It's so difficult to question, like, oh my goodness, like, why am I not doing that? Or why? A lot of whys. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself and then tackle the rest of your life, if that makes sense. You gotta love who you are without anyone or anything. Without your dream job, you gotta be content. Without your dream school, you have to be content. Find that contentment within and start looking at life as adding to your whole, not filling in your whole. What? You gotta be a whole ass pie. And then say, for example, you get your dream job. That's another whole ass pie that you're like, thank you. Or you get accepted into your dream program. You're like, thank you so much. And you're just collecting pies. Instead of you thinking that you're an empty ass pie tray tin circle thing and one slice is your work, you're like, yes, okay, I'm getting filled up. Friends, okay. I'm my worth is increasing. There's more to me because of all the things that I'm collecting. You have to be a whole before adding all these things into your life. Job, career, friends, family. No one's perfect. I feel like I haven't said that yet, but no one's perfect. Just because I say these things doesn't mean that I'm perfect or someone out there in the world is perfect 24/7. Everyone messes up. Everyone throws a fit when they know they shouldn't have. You are not worthless if something bad happens to you. It's just part of your journey. Making art. Woo! This past week, I was in a creative block. I don't think I've ever been in a creative block, or I guess I never wanted to admit that I was in a creative block, but I literally didn't create videos for a week. That felt so strange to me, but for just some reason I couldn't just, no, I wanted to do it, but I didn't have an idea in my brain that I really felt that fire, that passion to just like make it. Don't fall into the trap of getting too tense, of getting too like, oh, I gotta create, because creativity is it's a flow. It's not really a go stop situation. So don't get too strict, don't get too uptight on yourself to be like, okay, I gotta create now. If you have to, and you're like lacking inspiration, but you have to create something, whether that's for school or you have an assignment or a deadline, take two different concepts and mesh them together. For example, skateboarding and kids that want to learn how to fly. However interpretation you want to take that, I don't know. Hopefully my talk wasn't too generic, and if it was, I'm so sorry. But we hit 1,000 subscribers, so hi y'all. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you. Tell me how your day's going. I love comments, like random ass comments like that. Just tell me how your day's going, your week's going. Thank y'all so much for watching. Join the time, subscribe, and I'll see you in a little bit.